My name is Robert McArthur, and I'm an old highway guy with nearly 40 years as a heavy equipment operator and administrator in the highway maintenance industry. I worked on the spine of the continent from Dead Horse, Alaska to Durango, Colorado, primarily knocking down avalanche snow and pushing it where it doesn't want to go. It has been said that we cannot know where we are going if we don't know where we have been. If history has taught us anything about roads, it is that not much has changed over the last 6,000 years. Everything that sustains civilization and trade, whether it is harvested, forested, mined, or drilled, begins its journey to us on a road. At one end of the spectrum, we have rural farm-to-market roads and heavy haul roads for mining, forestry, oil, and gas. At the other end of the spectrum, we have major highways impacting our economy, supply chains, and social interaction. About 21 million miles of road spread across the face of the earth, equivalent to a highway circling the equator more than 800 times. Yet the concept of highways has humble beginnings, going back to the Egyptians, with stone-paved streets dating back to 4000 BC in Babylon. They had meticulous brick-making skills, forming identical mud bricks and setting them in place with bitumen, the natural sticky black substance in asphalt. International trade was advanced with the continuing development of the Silk Road, connecting the Han Dynasty with the West around 1500 BC. Established as part of the Persian Royal Road around 500 BC, this roadway was responsible for spurring the Age of Discovery. The flagstone Roman roads were the first real public roads, connecting the Roman outposts with the empire, utilizing roughly 250,000 miles of improved roadway. These multi-level constructed thoroughfares applied drainage and construction standards to stand the test of time, and are still in use today some 2,000 years later. They provided for quick military movement and promoted trade, which in turn led to the expansion of the global human footprint and the discovery of North America. Keeping in mind that the motivation for roadway development has always been driven by military operations, improvements were slow in coming. Thomas Telford is well known for his many engineering successes involving bridges, canals, roads, harbors, and docks in the 18th century. John McAdam followed up by designing roads with a harder surface, leading to the bituminous-based binding called tarmac in the 19th century. Yet it was not until 1908 that Ford's Model T put the horse and buggy out of business. The 20th century ushered in the automobile culture, and demand for highways skyrocketed in America. The railway system had opened up the West, and the migration was on. Supply and demand drove the trucking industry to hauling heavier loads on an ever-expanding infrastructure, and the highway department struggled to keep up. Innovation is found in the strangest places, and who would have guessed that the catalyst for the American interstate system would have roots with Hitler? World War II proved to be an example of how a military machine, the frightful size of the Axis alliance, could move with such efficiency and agility throughout Europe. The Nazis had nearly perfected highway development, multitasking it as Air Force runways and military staging locations. With the threat of atomic warfare and the need for national emergency military bomber runways, President Eisenhower went to work mimicking the Europe motorway system as he had experienced it. Our hero of the highways signed into effect in 1956 the Interstate Highway Act, which over the following 20 years saw the construction of America's freeway grid. To this day, veteran military personnel make up a significant percentage of the highway maintenance and management workforce. Front Range Community College recognizes this and has made provisions for folks with military backgrounds as well as those highway technicians already working in the industry. The Highway Maintenance Management Degree Program is an excellent opportunity for an individual to further their career and advance as an industry leader.